Hello, good evening, and welcome to prayer time. My name is Joe. I am a licensed practitioner of Science of Mind, affiliated with Mile High Church in Denver, Colorado. And I'm coming here bringing you prayer time this evening here. So, just to let you know here, this is the New Thought Media Network. This is our prayer time we do every day at 8:15 in the morning or 8:15 in the evening Mountain Standard Time. We welcome you, no matter where you're at, whether you're in the United States, whether you're abroad, whether you're in any continent, any country, we welcome you to this prayer time. Whether you're watching it now or, watching at a later time, just know that you're welcome and that the words that are spoken today, we try to definitely, you know, hold that general consciousness for what we need to for prayer time here today. And, I just kind of wanted just to mention real quick here, we're almost to the end of the week, but, we still have one more day of our programming in the morning. So, we had that morning sip with Reverend Melissa, and then we have Reverend Steph right after that. So we have this awesome morning lineup here. I'd encourage you to take a look at it if you have not been able to do it in the past. It's really awesome. I really enjoy watching it here. And I just want to also mention, we do have a prayer team here that we hold consciousness. We hold prayers for people that are going through stuff. We hold confidentiality. It's a group of ministers and practitioners alike, and we take our role very, very seriously because that's what we're here to be as practitioners. We're here to know truth and to be able to speak from this affirmative point of knowingness, even when sometimes our brain doesn't give us that direction. So if you have any prayer requests, just a quick reminder, you can always email prayer@ntmedia.org. And, this network right here, it's up and growing, it's blossoming, and what beautiful gifts that this New Thought Media Network has. We have so much great music content that's on here. We have, great artists like Jamie Lula, Eddie Watkins Jr., Daniel Namad. We just have so many just awesome souls that are able to be featured and showcased. And what a blessing that is. The network is one of my favorites, when I'm out and meditating and doing my work as a practitioner. That's one of my favorite things, to kind of sit back and connect to spirit. So I definitely would encourage you in that aspect. Now, and also, if it does feed your soul and you do have that resources, feel free to support the network through the link below here at ntmedia.org. And then there's a big old donate button. But we're going to go ahead and move into our prayer today. But before we do that, I went ahead and I wanted to pick out a reading. And I have the funky version of the Science of Mind textbook. When I was in practitioner class, there's multiple versions of the Science of Mind textbook, but I have one that has both the 1928 and the 30 version of it. And the benefit of that is you get to see two different styles of Ernest Holmes thinking. You get to kind of see him. I don't want to say he's unfiltered, but it's very much more off the top in his reading style in the earlier textbook. There's a lot more meat and potatoes, outside the box thinking, just different topics that he would talk about that aren't really talked about in the later editions on it. But today's reading is actually one of the meditations that's in the back. And it's just something that, I really kind of has been in my heart space here today. And it's called No Overaction Nor Inaction. So this is how it goes. There is no overaction nor inaction in divine law, for everything moves according to perfect harmony. Every idea of my body functions in accordance with this law of perfect life. I now perceive that the action within me is perfect, complete, and harmonious. Peace be on to every part of me and perfect life to every member of my body. I act in accordance with divine law. And the last line is, I am perfect life throughout my whole being. That's kind of an interesting, line to end that in, throughout my whole being. We're part of this child of God that we are, that I am, that you are, that we see, that we recognize, that we unify with our affirmative prayers, knowing this divine truth in here. And yet there's this chance for us at any time to tap into divine law, for us to go closer to this abundance that is meant for us here. It's not a question of pleading or begging. It's a question of an idea of recognizing or going close to that, being one with that connection. So just some food for thought in the reading here today. And, we're going to go ahead and get into prayer time as I put my giant heavy textbook down. So I just encourage you, wherever you're at, just to kind of take a second and just kind of allow yourself to be in this chair. Just allow just the hustle and bustle of the day. I like saying that, hustle and bustle of the day here. Just allow it just to be. And now is the moment where we get closer to center, we get closer to spirit. We get into this divine law. We see it, we apply it, we practice it, we know it. So just invite you just to take a few more deep breaths and grab a drink of water if you have a drink of water near you, or just allow yourself just to slowly rest in your chair. Whew. Is what I know in this moment. I know that in my space, in my room, my apartment, in my city, in my world, I just know that there's this presence that's greater than I. It shows up in the air that I breathe. It shows up in a stoplight. It shows up in beautiful sunflowers that are growing on the horizon as the fall leaves change and we get ready and get into those winter months. It shows up in rain. It shows up in the seasons changing, the color of leaves changing on all the trees that we see as we get ready to go into this winter moment here. I just know that these items, these beings, this presence, they're all part of this greater thing known as God, known as spirit, known as this divine power. And I know within my mind, I am part of this creative medium. I am unified with spirit. The thoughts that I have, the peace that exists in my mind, the calmness, the serenity, the joy, the happiness that exists in my word, in my thought, I know that thought is one with spirit. And I know this truth for every single soul, man, woman, and child that is listening to these words. I know this truth for all those that are even in this spiritual moment not listening to this broadcast. Anyone who wakes up and says this spiritual yes, I just know this unification of spirit that exists within them, which exists within me. And in this beauty of this moment here, I just know and affirm that all is well. I just know and affirm just this general peace that surrounds my heart, that surrounds the heart of all these souls on this planet. I know that comes to the forefront. That connection that exists, that connection that exists within spirit comes to four simple letters, LOVE. And it's in that love that all find this connection to spirit. I just know and recognize that this journey is divinely guided. Those who are questioning the journey or questioning their job or livelihood or what's going on in their space, I just simply go back to this path that leads to spirit. And I am one, and I just know and just declare that all these paths lead to God. There is no place where God is not. And I speak my word knowing the truth about all that answered the service call right now, whether it be paramedics, doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, anybody who says the service call, chaplains. I know that as they say yes, they are saying yes to spirit. They are saying yes to this divine call, this divine being, of being this love and light that exists in this universe, being this perfect manifestation of a child of God. And I just see this truth that exists. I know that this divine intelligence flows like a beautiful, beautiful river, just flows gently through, and that the decisions that need to be made, the choices that need to be made are just one lockstep guided, that intelligence flows through naturally. And I speak my word knowing this divine perfect health that exists within all who are going through these health challenges right now. This perfect realization of divine perfection that exists within every man, woman, and child. I just know that that comes to the forefront. Whether it's just blood flowing through just in perfect harmony, whether it's bones healing or muscles just repairing, I just know that this divine perfection is unflowing. It is just going through with just beautiful grace and dignity. And I know, and I speak the word for all that are going through financial struggles and opportunities right now. I know that this abundance is right here. This abundance of spirit, this God's abundance that exists within already there for the taking. I just know it's there. I know it's going to show that form here because all paths lead to this divine abundance, that spiritual yes. When it's there, it is there. And there's no point where it's not there. It's right there. And just knowing these truths, I'm just in deep gratitude. I'm in deep gratitude for being able to hold this prayer, for being able to be a part of this New Thought Media Network, to be a part of this prayer team, be able to hold these truths, which I know to be true. Nothing else needs to be said. No other seeds need to be planted, for that recognition's already there. I just have deep gratitude for being able to know these truths, for being able to hold this vessel, to being able to be one with this practitioner life, to be on this spiritual journey for which I say yes. And I just release this prayer into this universal law, knowing it to be so, knowing nothing else needs to be said. I just step back. Just let it be. Let it flow through the love and light which exists through this divine law, which my reading suggests. Just take a deep breath. And together with you, I suggest, if you may, to simply end this prayer with, and so it is. Beautiful. Well, I just wanted to thank you guys for this awesome prayer. We did go a minute over today here, but that's okay. I just wanted just to tell you how awesome this journey has been and how appreciative I am of being able to hold this prayer and to be a part of this network in this journey. So I just want to remind you guys of the morning lineup in the morning, and I hope you're able to attend. And we're going to go ahead and end tonight here with just tap into that divine abundance, which I know is there. Much love and light, my friends. Peace and blessings. Have a great night. And once again, and so it is.